Hello guys, and welcome to episode 6 of my Total War Warhammer playthrough, playing as the Beastmen on very hard difficulty, and today we are starting off with the Siege of Talheim. So in the last episode we did get the full moon event, and now we have the When One Falls bonus, which will replenish all damaged units at the end of the turn. So the idea here is to take advantage of that in taking over Talheim and then possibly move on to attack Herig, but we'll have to wait and see if we can take advantage of that. In the meantime, we don't have to wait, we're just going to quick save this and fight it on the battle map. And here we are. So Talheim being defended by Thomas Law. He has been charged with the defense. We're going to bring our army over to the right because our reinforcements are coming in over here. So let's get my battering ram in place. We'll get all of our Ungor raiders to start forwards, and then we will have these three Ungor herd probably climb up on the left. We can get them close to the walls, so we'll do that. Then we'll have 3 units climb up on the right, and then we'll have Morghur climb up on the right side of the gate. So you'll get him to climb up on the left, and then we'll have the unit of Ungor spear herd that are left climb up on the right side. Okay, the Chaos Spawn can possibly hide in the forest. I don't think they can though, unless it's just not dense enough. No, I'm not sure if they can hide at all, but we'll keep them with the Gorbel, and we'll keep the Chaos Warhounds hidden if we can. There we go. Right, so let's start the battle. Just going to pause it so that I can issue my orders. We will have the Ungor raiders move up, of course, as soon as possible. We're going to get these guys to each run to their ladders on the walls. We'll have Morghur run, set up his ladder. These Ungor spearmen herd need orders onto the walls as well. And we are underway. We're going to get the battering ram, of course, to start moving forwards. And we will have the Chaos Spawn and the Gorbel move towards the gates as well. Going to have the Chaos Spawn just stand to one side. Our reinforcements have arrived, so let's get them to all run up and reinforce as soon as possible. I might get Goros actually to climb the ladders as well. But here goes with the missile fire from the raiders. I believe they are just in range. They should all be firing. And if they are, we should demolish the units on the walls. And it looks like we are already. These halberdiers being shot to pieces. Only 91 men left already. So Morghur's got his ladders up. Our reinforcements will arrive soon. Might get Goros to even climb the same ladders as Morghur. And then we'll have him backed up by some Ungor spearmen herd. This is beautiful at the moment. We are doing so much damage to those units on the walls. Tell you what's a shame though, is a lot of these units are getting wrecked. And they're not even engaging. So at least Goros is enthusiastic. He's coming ahead of his entire herd to get up onto this wall. Oh, that unit in the middle there, the crossbowmen, getting absolutely wrecked. Oh, those missiles coming in and just seriously doing so much damage. Let's have these guys start climbing the walls now. There we go. I believe that's all of them targeted. We'll leave out some in the centre to go through the gates. Some crossbowmen came up onto the walls. I'm not entirely sure what their plan there was. But the gates have been destroyed, so time to run through with our Gorbel and our Chaos Spawn. The Chaos Spawn do suffer against halberdiers. Unfortunately, the Gorbel is going to still do a lot of damage there, no doubt. We will have the Chaos Warhounds come in and help us out. We'll have the Ungor Spearhead move forwards as well. Look at that. Beautiful amount of damage being done at the moment. All of these units on the walls. That's what we like to see. Okay, so we may as well have some units continue the charge actually towards these crossbowmen, because currently we are being hit pretty hard. There's Morghur. Morghur might be able to spawn some Chaos Spawn here. Awesome. And if he can, that'd be great, because it means that we can just engage all of these forces. Yeah, we caught up with them entirely because of that, which is great. Golos trying to take care of the rest of these halberdiers, the raiders helping him out. What we're going to do is probably tell the raiders to stop firing. We'll have them move inside the gates now. Right, we can get these chaps off the walls, so let's get them down there and into the engagement. The Gorbel doing a fantastic job at the moment. Let's continue onwards. The Chaos Spawn decimating the crossbowmen. And their morale has been hit incredibly hard. So it doesn't look like the Chaos Warhounds came in the end. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter, since all of their units have just routed. That was a pretty simple victory. I like it. Decisive victory. Awesome. So we didn't take too many losses at all. And any losses we did take will be replenished at the end of the next turn. I think also we're going to be very close to actually spawning a Bray Herd, which will be great. Yeah, our Bestial Rage definitely going to pop a Bray Herd, which is great, and we can get 9,617 from raising that settlement, which is exactly what we are going to do. And now we have 32,000 favour to work with. So trait gained, Gorn's Rage, plus 10 weapon strength for Suizgor, and Thomas Law was killed. So I think, yeah, the next target might be Herig. We can of course head down towards Kemperbad, but I'm not sure if we're going to do that just yet. As for Morghur, well, what are we going to go for in terms of skills? We could make him a better melee combatant, or we could start going towards Leader of the Rausch's Host. I think that might be worth doing now. I mean, I've tried to avoid it for as long as possible, but with us having quite high unit rank Ungor Spearman Herd, it seems like a decent idea to actually have them upgraded with the skills as well. So Golos Heartrender has leveled up as well. He's going to start with Manbane now in order to get the eventual plus 18 melee attack. We'll end the turn there. And next turn we'll move all of our armies towards Herig. And quite possibly we might be able to assault it. But our objective has been complete. bitterness grows. Brayherd for Morghur, and chapter objective issued. So, burgeoning rage. With splintering roars, the great throng of beastmen descend upon the world of men. With much clamour and a singular hatred, they charge and do not cease. So yeah, 14 settlements now we need to raise. Let's target the Brayherd onto Herig, and we will start the siege there. Opportunity to intercept. We would be defending against Hochland. I think we're just going to decline that attack and we're going to just start the siege. And we will start building some towers. We'll have, of course, Goros come back us up, and our Beastman Brayherd should join us as well. And then we can go for the siege onto Herig. Then we can actually sit down and start using some of this favour that I've finally gathered up a lot of. So let's end the turn again. And an ambush onto Volgar Rambaldus. I like it. So, I mean, we could demolish them on the battle map, but it seems a bit pointless. We're just going to auto-resolve that. And we could devour the captives. I think we're going to kill them. I think that was actually the first battle that we've had. Austin going to be doing a runner. But a good decisive victory for our Brayherd. Gold sigil sword for Morghur. And ally has mobilised against Herig. Mission issued. Locking horns will give us the Talisman of Preservation. 20% ward save. That's very, very nice. So we've got to eliminate a lord belonging to any enemies of the Beastman Brayherd. Well, I guess that's going to be pretty easy since we are going to attack Herig this turn. Yeah, their army is much smaller now. A lot less to deal with, and we also have Bestigor Herd at our back, Minotaurs and so on. Brilliant. So I would have liked to have had maybe a battering ram would have been a good idea. But we can just break down the gates with our Minotaurs and so on, so I think we'll be okay. Let's quick save it and fight this one on the battle map. And here we are, with our Brayherd army at our backs. We are going to take the left side of this settlement, even though our reinforcements are coming in on the right side, because I believe this right side of this settlement, we can't jump up onto the walls with ladders. So let's start the battle by getting our raiders into range. We will have our Ungor herd possibly travel up the right here. Although I might get my Gore herd to do that. We'll get the Gore herd to run up the right. And we'll have the Ungor herd go up in the centre. Then either side of the gates, we could have our generals. We'll have Morghur go up on the right. Actually, you might as well get Aksho to go up on the right side as well. Then we'll just get some Ungor Spearman herd to go up on the left, and the other Ungor Spearman herd can back up our units on the right. Okay, we'll have all of our Minotaurs and so on sit forwards to attack the gates. So we'll get the Minotaurs, the Chaos Spawn to attack the gates. And then we'll have our Chaos Warhounds remain hidden, probably in this forest here. I'll move up my Razorgore chariots and the Razorgore herd. And I believe that's pretty much everything. We'll also move up the Centaurs. Right, let's start the battle. Just gonna pause it again quickly and then run forwards the line of raiders since they have a job to do. We will set up the orders for the ladders. We'll make sure that we are doing that as quick as possible. We will have Morghur run up and go up the wall to the right. We'll have all of these units hit the gate, including our Gorbel. This unit can travel up the left side. Okay, so let's get all of the cavalry and stuff to go up towards the walls. We will have all of these extra units follow us up. And we have this unit of harpies here that can come forwards. Aksho can now follow up Morghur. I'm actually going to rotate these Ungor Raiders slightly so that they can fire onto more enemies as we go. So they do have some mortars. Maybe I can destroy them with the harpies if they aren't defended. That might be a nice idea. I'll send my harpies over there anyway because I don't really like harpies. I just really don't think they're that great. Either way, Morghur's on the walls now, destroying our enemies for us. Has the wall been destroyed, or the gate? I don't think it has. I think they maybe just opened it. Or have we already destroyed it? We might have. We can charge through, so that's what we're going to do. We will have all of our Centaurs and Razorgores and all that stuff coming through now. That gate is knocked down, then that is fantastic. Right, let's move across these Ungor Raiders now. And we'll make sure that we are climbing up behind our men here. Got some free ladders there, so may as well climb up there. Actually, we will let those guys stay where they are. Great. Okay, so there is some units protecting the mortars. We will bring back these harpies. I believe we already lost one unit of harpies because I completely forgot about them. But that's okay. We will just come back into the back of the crossbowmen here. So move down and attack these halberdiers off the wall here. We have the Gore herd with shields. Should be able to do a lot of damage against halberdiers. Okay, so through the gates we have done a fantastic job. Let's now charge on towards the crossbowmen. And crush the morale of those men. That was fantastic. Okay, we're bringing down a lot of missile fire onto the halberdiers here. Our Gore herd with shields doing okay. Nothing special. We need to get rid of this garrison leader unit. It should get absolutely wrecked sooner than later. What we're going to do is have all of these units move up to the left. and we'll have them charge round towards the square. Whilst the units on the walls, basically all my infantry, can go for their infantry, so the halberdiers there. I will charge into those mortars. Wait for a little while until all of our units calculate what they're going to do. So I've given them all the orders, they're just not going anywhere. Here we go. So the Centaur's definitely going to destroy these mortars. I'm just loving that we are doing so much damage and so many of their units are routing so easily. It's pretty glorious. So the mortars there being completely overrun. And soon this is going to be victory. Full units of Free Company Militia are routing. So that's job done. We will end the battle there. Decisive victory. And I believe we didn't lose too many men. It was just the Brayherd. But the Brayherd I think maybe gets our replenishment as well. If it does, that would be fantastic. So we are going to loot and raise Herig for even more cash. And our mission was successful as well. So we got the Talisman of Preservation. Now I'm probably going to give that to Morghur just because it is so good. And are they going to replenish? I don't think they are. Oh, we're not going to replenish this turn either. Okay, because we waited the extra turn for the Brayherd to arrive, we're not going to get that replenishment. That's not too bad. I mean, we didn't lose many units, so it's absolutely fine. But I was kind of playing that battle with the assumption that I would have that replenishment. So I probably maybe lost more units than I should have, but I'm not sure. It still ended up quite well, like I said. We can go for the Unrelenting Warherd now, which will give us plus 36% charge bonus for surrounding units of the Gorbal in battle. So now what we're going to do is probably just stay where we are. We could upgrade Goros's herd. We can get the pile of flesh now, for example. Could also get maybe access to Centaurs. Might be a fun idea. Would really like to get some Razor Gore chariots. So maybe getting the Razor Gore herd would be nice. Not sure. Either way, let's end the turn. We can sort all that out another time. Just going to keep them in raiding stance for now so they keep bouncing off the Brayherd sort of counter. Skull Takers, what would you like? A non-aggression pact. We're good, thank you very much. So what we're going to do is upgrade Goros this turn. We're going to continue with Manbane. And we're going to begin to move the armies. We could possibly go towards Wolfenberg, especially if the Beastmen army is going to back us up. The Brayherd, that is. Let's jump into raiding stance with Morghur. And we'll travel up towards Brass Keep. Actually, I probably could have done encampments this turn. But that's okay. We're still saving our bestial rage. As for our technologies, well, Mancleavers is finished in the next turn, which is fantastic. And then I guess we'll go towards the extra replenishment, so that we don't have to spend as much time encamped when we don't have the Dark Moon event. Let's end the turn. So the Brayherd just going to follow us around. Thanks to one of your guys' tips, I did realise that if I don't give them an order, they just sort of follow me until I basically attack something. or target them basically. So Man Cleavers is complete. Extra melee attack for Ungor and Gore units. That's really good. They're on 47 melee attack now. Some major bonuses coming out. Golos is not in range to hit Brass Keep. So we're just going to carry on into enemy territory here. Can we go into encamp stance? We can. Okay, so we're probably going to do that this turn. That will allow Morghur to replenish some of his forces. And what we're going to do is also upgrade his horde. So we are going to get the pit hovel, and we're probably also going to get the mound of blades. And we can also get the den, since we do have the 6 population surplus. That will allow us to get Chaos Warhounds with poison once we get the toxic grounds. And then I'd like to get the Pits of Horror just because we get the minus upkeep already for Chaos spawn units. Definitely going to be using Chaos Spawn quite a bit, so we will go for the Den as well. As for Goros Heartrender, well, he can continue with a Bloodied Lair, possibly. Although he can already go up to the Rude Burrow, so I might go for the Pit Hovel here. And maybe we should go for the Ritual Mound as well, so that we can get Bray Shamans. We don't really want to be using Minotaurs. The only reason we would get a meat larder is so that we can gain access to another Gorbel. But I think getting the Ritual Mound and then next up the Darkling Council once we've upgraded to finally a Cursed Labyrinth, it should be really, really good. I'm just wondering if this is +5 armor for all units of all armies or just his armies. If it's just his army, then I'll probably just go for the Ritual Mound for now, and we will use some of the population surplus on the Bloody Lair. So that's going to definitely use up a lot of our cash. We could go for the Seeds of Hate actually, just to give us that extra little bit of Chaos Corruption. The research rate's kind of useless though, since we can just go towards the Endless Hunt and Fell rituals, and that's still going to take, what, 20 turns, even with the research rate reduction. It's not too bad. We don't gain much from spending cash on those technologies, I don't think. Let's just end the turn. Next turn we will attack Brass Keep. It's a legendary lord available. Malagor the Dark Omen. Fantastic. So it might actually be worth thinking about spawning a third horde at some point. But I kind of want to get into a position where we can offset our upkeep with raiding more often. We have another mission issue that we should be able to complete very easily due to it being enemies of the Beastmen Bray Herd. So Morghur here, he can now recruit Ungor Herd, which is fantastic, and Goros, he can recruit us a Bray Shaman. We just got to choose which laws of magic we would like him to use. So we've seen shadows before, we've seen beasts before, we've seen death before. So wild, that's one that I haven't necessarily seen very much. I think maybe the extra aura size while attacking would be alright for Dar. We'll have him as a battle wizard. This Bray Shaman's got a maimed arm. He's irresolute, and Foul Dart and Ruin Claw and Datsu Gorebringer. He's sneaky. That'd be good for like a Bray Shaman on the campaign map. But I think we're just going to take the Diabolic Splendor with Dar. And we will not be able to move him this turn, but he can join our armies later on and help us out, for sure. Alright, so we can now upgrade to a Rude Burrow. which we're probably going to do so we can get Gorehead and Gorehead with shields. What's the difference between Gorehead and Gorehead with shields? So normal Gorehead, they got extra melee attack, a lot of extra melee attack actually, extra weapon strength, extra charge bonus. So the Gorehead with shields literally just get the shielded effect. They're actually a lot worse than normal Gorehead. So normal Gorehead, they cost a lot more to upkeep but are just so much better. Got to remember that. What about Ungorhead and Ungor Spearman Herd? What's the difference there? So again, like weapon strength decreasing, but melee defense increasing for the ones with shields. So I think we're just going to go with like Ungorhead and Gorehead, just because we're going to be like full aggressive. Either way, let's jump into Beastmen ambush stance and we will attack Brass Keep. We're just going to encircle that and let Goros catch up. He can go as far as he needs to. And we're probably just going to auto-resolve this to kill Nicholas Moisha. Great, so we are maybe going to loot and raise this. Yeah, I think we'll loot and raise it. And that is mission successful as well. So that's going to take us back up to 20,000 cash. And a follower gained for Suez Gore Blood. Also a ward save. Very nice. Does Goros already have a talisman? Because if he doesn't, then he can have the ward save, that's for sure. But Morghur's leveled up, so we're going to finish off with Leader of the Rausch's Host. So that is going to be for Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearman Herd units, gain the extra 9 melee attack. So we've got plenty of Ungor Spearman Herd and Ungor Herd there. So they are gaining all that extra melee attack. I think we'll just keep Morghur's army as it is. And then maybe what we'll do is use him to recruit units for Goros's army. Either way, there's 2 more settlements raised. We've raised all of Midland before, we've raised all of Nordland before, we've raised Castle von Rauken. So I think our next target is going to be maybe Wolfenberg and maybe Norden, and then we'll go over towards like Kislev and try and take out Erengrad and Fort Ostrox, although I'm pretty sure Chaos will be coming down soon and Vargan scaling will also be chipping away at the Empire provinces. But unfortunately guys, that has been my time. So this has been an epic, honestly, like an epic episode where we destroyed Talheim, Herig and Brass Keep. 2 siege battles we played out. That was fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm really loving the use of this Brayhead, but in the meantime that's all, so thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.